Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video in terms of an actual gameplay video of a PlayStation game, and I thought I'd start with No Man's Sky and bring you all a video of how to do the Zoology Milestone. Now, I've not really done a sort of like how-to video before, so hopefully it goes alright. Let me know in the comments below if you really liked it, and I'll do some more on No Man's Sky. I'd like to think of myself as a sort of like, not necessarily like a master, but quite good at No Man's Sky. So with the zoology, we'll go straight into it. With the zoology, the first thing to look for is the fauna on the bottom left. It says average. Now, with the undiscovered planet, obviously, the creatures haven't been discovered before, so it's always a good place to start. So with landing, you need to then straight away start looking for discoveries, whether it's plants or creatures, just to get the units for them. And as you can see in the bottom right, it says new discovery record 1 of 8, which means there are 8 creatures on this planet. Not necessarily 8 in total, there might be, you know, tens, hundreds of them, but there's 8 species. As you can see with the plant, nothing pops up when you do that, so we're just concentrating on the creatures themselves. Now, as you can see, there are quite a lot of creatures here, way over 8, but remember, it's the species that you're looking for. With discovering each one, you notice the dots are green and red, which means the green ones have been discovered, the red ones have not. Now, you got to make sure that you get the right ones, because as you see here, I scan one that's already been scanned, and it says creature belongs to an already discovered species. That happens quite a lot. It's because they're part of the same family, if that makes any sense, if that analogy works. You know, you have a family of creatures, so for example you have cats, and that can be a lion or a tiger, or, you know, things like that. They're all part of like a sub species, if that works. I don't know how else to put it. So what you're looking for is a brand new species that you haven't seen before. And I speed up some of these clips just to show you sort of like the exploration. So all I do is when I'm looking around, I have a look at stuff, you know, open some stuff up, mine some resources. I think I see a new species there, but it turns out I'd already discovered it back with the other ones. So it just shows that, you know, you can't get everything all at once. Also, if you didn't know, when you zoom in with the scanner and then you press the scan button, it will bring up dots, and some of them will be red, some of them will be green, and if there's one nearby that hasn't sort of like been looked at, it will come up white, which means it could be discovered or not. Now, in No Man's Sky, you come across a lot of different things that are completely new and interesting and things like that. So what you need to do is sort of look for these, if that makes any sense. So for example, this here is what's called a monolith. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, I might cover that in another video, but the important thing is it's a point of interest. So I've headed here to actually, you know, look at the monolith, not necessarily to look at creatures or anything like that. So I sort of got stuck, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to head off and do something else. This took about 3 minutes to come to, simply because I had to fly over. Actually, less than that, probably about a minute. But at the monolith, there is a new creature, and it just shows that you don't need to go around in one area. You know, you can get in your ship, fly somewhere else, go somewhere interesting, and then carry on. I've actually flown, not necessarily a lot, but it was about, you know, a minute away. But I actually come across this bear, and a lot of people have been saying that No Man's Sky's creatures are all the same. I've discovered a lot of planets, but I've never come across anything like this, which just shows that you can come across things new, interesting, that no one else has come across. So after doing all that, it was sort of like, where else can I go? I've got nowhere to go, there's no points of interest, and I just thought, you know what, I can mine that red rock. See the big pillar? I was like, I can mine that, because, you know, look at it. It's just begging to be mined, but it turns out you can't mine it. So, but that's just how things go in No Man's Sky. You know, you see something interesting, like, oh, let's do that. But again, I've come across another creature, and then another one. actually belongs to the same family as the bear. So see that one, it looks different, but it belongs to the same family. So now I was sort of stumped walking around. I was like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And things like this. So I just thought, I'll mine some resources. You know, you need plutonium for your ship. I thought I'll mine some of that. You know, I got 188 pieces there. So, you know, collecting a lot of stuff. And still looking for the final few creatures. Now, I sort of, not necessarily was going to give up, but as you can see there, I've got 3 left, and I was like, come on, we can do this. We can definitely get 3 more. And as I said, it's just near enough whilst you're doing stuff. You know, that's all I do. I look, for example, to collect some resources. I look around, I see what I can discover, and then all of a sudden they pop up. You gotta remember as well that these planets generate as you go around them. So sometimes you might be like, you know, for example, over that hill, you know, over the hills around me, there might be new creatures that I haven't seen. But as you can see, 7 out of 8 found. I need 1 more. And all of this happened within, you know, 3 minutes, maybe 5. So it's not that difficult to actually discover more. Now this was literally 20 seconds later. I just cut the 20 seconds out of me walking over to the stone. And then all of a sudden, I spot something random in the sky. Lo and behold, it's the final creature. So there you go. New record, 8 out of 8 found. And that is that planet done. So all you need to do then is you actually have to upload them. If you don't know how to upload stuff, this is how you do it. I actually rename the bear Timmy, because I thought it was super important to do so. You can't actually see me do it on screen, but I call it Timmy, and because that's what that is. It's simply that. I don't upload and rename them all because, you know, I don't have the time, because you discover a lot when you do this. As you can see up the top where it says records, they're all ticked, which is very, very important. So when you're doing the zoology, all of them have to be ticked. If you go through your other planets, you'll notice that there's a lot of question marks in the other planets. I'll give you an example later on. But you need all them ticked, and if you're wondering how to upload them, you just need to make sure that the online services are active. I've only ever done this when the online services are active, so that's all I know. It might be different, I'm not sure. And you just hold X on this bar that's underneath the ticks where it says 100% complete, and then it will give you the credits. So as you can see, I've jumped up 200,000 credits just by uploading them. So as you can see, at quick glances, because the thing pops out to the side, that there's a lot of question marks on other planets. With this one, it's another one that I did. And then that one got 100% as well. I've already done that one, so it won't let me do it again. And as you can see there, 270,000 credits because I did the uploads as well. So I got quite a lot of thingies. So there you go, Zoology Milestone accomplished. So it's not that hard to do. It took about 20 minutes overall, and that was including going to monoliths and things like that. So I discovered 2 planets now, as I showed you the other one. And just to show you very quickly, so there you go. So that's how you do the zoology of that. And all you need to do, I think it's just 10. I think it's 10 planets that you have to do. So it's not that difficult, and also I think you can do it if there's no creatures on the planet. If you just upload with no creatures, I think that works as well. But anyway, thank you all for watching. That's how you do that, and I shall speak to you all in the next video.